I'm Principal Sheep. Welcome back to your classroom. Today I'll be teaching you about sine rule, cosine rule, and the area of a triangle. Let's use trigonometric ratios to investigate the relationship between the lengths of the sides of its triangle and the size of the angles. The sine rule is A over sine uppercase A is equal to B over sine uppercase B equals C over sine uppercase C, which all of this is also equal to 2r. R is the radius of the circle of the triangle ABC. Now let's prove the sine rule, because proving the sine rule is a question that examiners like to put in exams. When angle 0 is smaller than A, but angle A is smaller than 90 degrees, we use the sine theorem. Let O be the center of the circumscribing circle of the triangle ABC, and R be the radius of the circumscribing circle. If D is the intersection point of the line BO and the circle, DCB equals 90 degrees, and BD equals 2R, and angle D equals angle A. And sine A equals sine B, which equals A over 2R. Therefore, A over sine uppercase A equals 2R. Similarly, B over sine B equals 2R, and C over sine C equals 2R. The same result can be obtained when A equals 90, and 90 degrees is smaller than A, but A is smaller than 180 degrees. Therefore, the following equation holds. If you want to learn more about why DCB equals 90 degrees, BD equals 2R, and the angle D is equal to angle A, then check out my circle theorem video. Now, I'll tell you about the applications of the sine rule. A equals 2R times sine A, B equals 2R times sine B, and C equals 2R times sine C. It is also often used in the form of a ratio, as shown below. A to B to C equals sine A to sine B to sine C. Now I'll teach you about how to work out the area of a triangle. If the height relative to the base, BC, is h, then h equals b times sine uppercase C. Therefore, if the area of the triangle ABC is S, then h equals 1 over 2 times A times h, which equals 1 over 2 times A times B times sine C. The formula is S equals 1 over 2 times A times B times sine uppercase C. And on the right, you can see what the triangle would look like. What is the cosine rule? The cosine rule is A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC times cosine A. Now, let's prove the cosine rule, because this is also a question that examiners like to put in exams. CD equals B times sine A. AD equals B times cosine A. Therefore, BD equals C minus B cosine A. BC squared equals BD squared plus CD squared. A squared equals bracket C minus B times cosine A squared plus brackets B times sine A squared equals B squared times cosine squared A minus 2BC cosine A plus C squared plus B squared sine squared A equals B squared brackets sine squared A plus cosine squared A plus C squared minus 2BC cosine A. Sine squared A plus cosine squared A equals 1. Therefore, A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine A. Now, I'll give you a few questions to see if you understood well. Number 1. In the triangle ABC, find B when A equals 3, uppercase A equals 60 degrees, and uppercase B equals 45 degrees. The answer to number 1 is, using the sine rule, 3 over sine 60 equals b over sine 45. So to get rid of the sine 45 degrees, you can just multiply everything by it. So then b would equals 3 times sine 45 degrees over sine 60 degrees, which equals 3 times 1 over the square root of 2, divided by the square root 2 over 2, which equals the square root of 6. Number 2, find the area of the triangle ABC where A equals 5, B equals 4, and uppercase C equals 150 degrees. If the area of ABC is S, then S equals 1 over 2 times A times B times sine uppercase C. So when you substitute the values you already know, then S would equal 1 over 2 times 5 times 4 times sine 150 degrees. And since sine 150 degrees is equal to sine 30 degrees, then you can make this equation 1 over 2 times 5 times 4 times sine 30 degrees, which equals 1 over 2 times 5 times 4 times 1 over 2. And when you solve this, you get 5. So the area of the triangle is 5. Question 3. Find A when B equals 1, C equals the square root of 2, and uppercase A equals 45 degrees. For this one, you don't get a triangle, so make one yourself. The answer is, using the cosine rule, you can figure out that 1 squared plus brackets the square root of 2 squared minus 2 times 1 times the square root of 2 times cosine 45 degrees equals 1 plus 2 minus 2 times the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 over 2, which all of this equals 1. This is what, and since A has to be bigger than 0, since this is a triangle, therefore A equals 1 instead of minus 1. And that is it for today's video. Please like and subscribe if you learned something new. 3, 2, 1.